Hey everybody, how's it going? This week I'm going to be sharing some of my spooky knowledge with you as we talk about ghosts, hauntings, and how many categories those bad boys fit into. So hauntings and ghost sightings can fit into 6 categories, the first of which being a shadow haunting. Named so because that is when you sense or see that shadowy mass within your periphery and you have that feeling that someone is there. Now, these were never spirits of humans and they never have recognisable facial features. Often it can be debunked, though, that someone's maybe seeing these shadows because they're suffering from something called pareidolia. That is when your mind is trying to make sense of the visual chaos that it's seeing ahead of itself, often making that random shadows can sometimes come together to form other shapes. So number 2 is the residual haunting, also known as a place memory or stone tape theory. That is when an energetic imprint of a traumatic event has just been stamped on time. So when the conditions are right, a replay of the event may occur in the same place at the same time, regardless of its current position. So when you hear stories of hauntings occurring where it looks like maybe someone's in a wall, perhaps, that's because the energetic imprint is from way back when, before that wall was there, and this ghost can't actually interact with you. As I said before, it's just a memory. So threat level wise, really low. I wouldn't worry about it. If you do experience one of these, enjoy it. Enjoy the memory, as long as it's not terrifying. You're responsible for yourselves. You can decide whether you enjoy it or not. But either way, it can't hurt you. Number 3, animal spirit hauntings. So if an animal has reached a certain level of sentience, it's able to manifest itself beyond the grave. Regularly seen horses, dogs, meant to be a bear at the Tower of London, all sorts of stuff. It could be stone tape theory though, as often these hauntings do line up with events that are quite repetitive in nature, but they have their own category anyway, so it's nice that they've got a little bit of recognition in there. Number 4 is intelligent hauntings. These ones are your stereotypical ghosts that move items around the house, make sounds, and they often have some sort of message that they want to communicate to us. Potentially these spirits might not know that they've actually passed. However, the threat level again is quite low. Although they can manipulate your environment, they have no intention to harm you in any way. Another symptom of an intelligent haunting is when the temperature suddenly drops in an area of the room. In order for them to pass over, they do require our assistance. So if you were to encounter this type of haunting, do try and communicate with them in any way that you see fit. Always have respect though, because you don't want to annoy the other side. Absolutely not. Number 5 is a poltergeist haunting. Now that one is an escalated level of the intelligent haunting, able to move objects around the room, but also able to cause quite a bit of destructive harm to you. There have been rare incidents of intentional attack by these poltergeist spirits that people have experienced, such as being scratched, pushed, thrown across the room. These spirits, because they've got more of a negative intention towards you, they may actually be able to manipulate your environment more if you become susceptible to any negative emotions such as fear. So if you are ever worried that you are in is that the ice cream truck? He ain't selling ice cream. So if you're ever unfortunate enough to find yourself in a poltergeist haunting situation, my main piece of advice to you is to try and remain as positive as you can. Don't succumb to those feelings of fear and anxiety, because then more spooky stuff's going to happen around you. And number 6, it's the demonic haunting. A malevolent energy with the ability to possess humans, as well as manipulating the environment around it. Now these demonic spirits were never human to begin with, and their only intention is to cause pain and suffering. They're quite deceitful and often pass through during a communication line when using an Ouija board. I would always exercise massive caution when doing so and don't condone actually using one at all unless you fully know how to protect your energy and ensure that anything negative is not still attached to you, because demonic energy can attach themselves to objects. So even if you think that they have disappeared, be wary. That is another sign where the haunting suddenly calms down a little bit and you feel more safe and secure, but then bam, it comes out of nowhere again. often they disguise themselves either as children ghosts, or if you're using an Ouija board, as a member of, you know, your past family, a loved one, or somebody that you are going to know in some way, to lower your defense, because when it lowers its victim's defense, that is when it's got more power over you and it can take hold, and that is not what we want to do, guys. We want to stay safe out there. But that is it. That is your 6 types of ghosts and hauntings, all nicely listed with a mild threat level. I'd basically say that as long as you're being respectful around them, hopefully you won't encounter anything on the level 5 or 6 scale. If so, you need a little bit of help from a professional there, because you've got yourself into a sticky situation. I've got some great news for you all as well before I let you go. Not only is my latest track Utopia available on all streaming platforms and on your Instagram stories, I've also been recognised as an accredited and now registered member of the International Alliance of Paranormal Investigators for my continued scientific and dedicated research in the field. I'm really excited going forward to see what else I can achieve and where it's going to lead me. And here's a fun little giveaway for you guys. Whilst I'm exploring, I'm going to be leaving some of these cards in random places. You can probably tell where I'm going to leave them if you keep an eye on my social medias, particularly my Instagram stories. And if you take a picture of yourself with one of these cards and then tag me in it on your social media, you're gonna win a spooky prize from me. Oh yeah. So keep exploring, stay safe out there, and I want you all to have a very happy Halloween. Much love.